This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let me open the class. Like last time we discussed about the class and methods. So let me show you, like as you asked, if I want to return an object type, what is happening? Okay, let's say I'm in the XYZ class. Okay, I'm just editing it for a little bit change. Okay, I'll show you what is going to happen. Let's consider I'm going to have a method here, and I said public object get details, something name I gave. Okay, now let's consider I define here integer n1 as 5. Okay, then I want to return as n1. That's the question, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me save it. What is first of all happening? See, successfully I'm able to save it first of all. Okay, so
Yes.
that means this can be written as integer. Okay, now if I want to execute it, let's say my opening developer console. I'll instantiate this class and I'll try to invoke it. So I will go to debug and let me set it up. Debug and set I'm opening the open execute anonymous window. Okay, so this is the class I have xyz. So let me comment out everything, or let me write it here. Okay, xyz. Let's x equal to new xyz. Then now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get x dot get details, like this we call, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So now when you do it, we expect it's going to return me integer. Let me write integer result. Okay. So
Okay.
now let's print it and see what is happening. So my result is what is going to happen. We'll see it. Okay. See what I did. I set return type as object. I'm returning an integer, and once I return, I'm holding here. We'll see what going to happen. I just click execute highlighted because I have highlighted this much thing.
Yes.
Okay. The illegal assignment from object to integer. So
Oh.
now I'm able to return my integer in the form of object. And once I return,
Okay.
it's what? It's not integer, it's object type, correct?
Okay. Yes.
Because what you are doing, what you expect from this definition as object. So I'm
Object. Yeah.
storing it as object. Now let me show you what happening. I execute it. So successfully I'm able to get the output. Okay, so that return statement what I've written, I got it the same way. If I go modify it instead of integer, I can make double, correct?
Yes. There was just 1 second. Sorry.
Hmm.
Well, 1 second.
Yes, please.
Okay. Sure. Sorry.
Perfect. Okay, now what going to happen here? So we understood whenever we are going to write my Apex programming, okay, we know how to define my data members or member methods, which are going to be part of my class, nothing but my blueprint. And we understood
Okay.
what is the constructor and how it helps us to instantiate the object or instantiate the class to create the object, correct?
Yes.
So
Now
now,
I understand. Yeah.
perfect. So now let's see, let's consider we wrote some lines of code. Okay, let's consider I started my method or execution from here. This is one line code, then next line, like this, many line of code I have written. So now, whenever execution will start, how it will start? It will start from
First
consider
line.
this line, correct?
Yes.
Then what is going to the next line? What is the next execution? My compiler come and saw this line, executed. Then it will go and find out next line, correct? Then
Yes.
execute next line is always execute line by line, correct?
Yes.
By default, the uh, Apex runtime engine will execute your code line by line. Whatever you write, whatever you written, you want to execute line by line. Okay. So now just think a scenario. Due to something, I want to execute these three lines multiple times. Let me, I want, okay, this thing to be executed 5 times, one scenario. Or due to something, I want, okay, I do not want to execute these two lines for a particular conditions. I do not want to execute. So when my compiler starts, It will start from here, then find my next statement, continue. But how I can control my execution? My execution starts line by line, but I want to control my execution. The statements what I have, how it's going to execute, I want to control. I may stop it, or I may iterate it multiple times based on some conditions. So how we should do it? Getting my point?
Yes.
Let's consider what I'm going to do here. Okay. So now to do this control statement execution, let me make a page here. Simply I'll say what are the control statements available for us in Apex programming. Okay. So now let's see. I will tell. Okay. I will give you PD1 questions for your exam. Okay. That's simple statement. So there is no condition. But if I say, if you study well, if I feel you are studying well, then I will give you PD1 questions for your exam. There is deep difference, correct? My
Yes.
statement in the end, my statement is I will give you PD1 questions for your exam. Okay. But before that, I put a condition. If you study well, then I will give you. That means the execution what you want to do, it's a conditionally. If condition satisfies, then it may happen. Okay, this is one kind of thing, which nothing but I said this one. And sometimes it may happen. Okay, I will tell, till the time you do not understand this concept, I will explain you again and again and again. Same concept, repeatedly, I will explain you to make you understand. That means if this is the concept what you're discussing, if you're not able to understand, I'll explain multiple times to you. Okay,
Okay.
that
Yes.
means this thing what we have, it is going to be in the loop, going to be something in the iteration. So that kind of iteration or conditional statement, how we can do. Okay, when you say control flow statements, what happen? We have something like conditional statements. These are the just to revise your basics. I'm just saying it. Okay, conditional
Yes.
statements. We have something like
Switch
switch
statement.
statements and something like looping
Iterate.
statements.
Yeah. Look.
Looping statements. Okay, these three statements we are going to learn how we can control my flow execution. Okay, now when I say conditional statement, what is the part of this? In the conditional statement, we will have the if, or we may have the if else, okay, or we may have ternary condition.
Okay.
Different kind of conditions we have. It's same as we speak in English, same kind of thing. So now when I say if, nothing but it's just a if statement. So how you write? You write if as a keyword, then write the condition inside the bracket, boolean condition. If this condition satisfies, then what is the next statement going to execute? So I may keep in a block. So how many statements I want to execute based on these conditions, I can keep inside this bracket. Or if there is only one statement, simply you can write like this also. If condition satisfies or condition true, then what statement I want to execute, I can execute. This is one statement. If you have multiple statements, you can keep in the bracket also. Okay. So exactly after condition satisfy, what is inside this, it's going to execute. Like I say, so if what example we have given, if I say, okay, I say, okay, we'll share PD1 questions. This is my execution statement. But when I put a condition, it's going to look like this. What will happen? If
PD1. I mean, sorry.
yeah, if you study well,
Yes.
okay, then only I'll give you PD1 questions. What is the difference? Same
Yes.
kind of thing. Okay, we'll share my PD1 questions. So same way, technically also when you're doing, we can write this kind of condition. Okay, or is in two things here. This is my if conditions. So if my condition satisfy, what is going to be inside that will be executed. Same way, we have something like if and else. Okay, if you don't study well, then what will happen? Else part is there, correct? Like
Yes.
in childhood, my parents will tell, if you clear the 10th with a nice score, then I'll give you something. If you don't score well, then something else will happen. Same way.
Yes.
So if else. So when I say if else, it looks like this. If my conditions satisfy, what will happen? That statement will write here. Okay. Else, if condition not satisfied, then what will happen? We'll execute here. Like if I say in our example, if you study oil, okay, then I will share my, then we'll share PD1 questions. Okay. If not study oil, then what will happen? Else, you write inside the else I will make you study again. Getting my point?
Yes.
This kind of. So if this condition not satisfies, this boolean condition what are going to write not satisfies, then I'll my controller, my execution starts like this, one by one. My compiler or my runtime engine came here to execute this if statement. If this if statement is not satisfied, then it will see if there is any else statement available. Yes, there is some else available. Okay, then I'll go to else statement. If my if statement ready, then I'll go to if, execute, and I'll go out of this if else. Or sometimes we may have nested multiple conditions. Okay, so I can write a if condition. Okay, then I can write else with one more if condition also.
Okay. What is the difference between else and because we can when it is different options of else
Yes,
for okay, now I understand.
correct.
So,
Like I say,
for
if you study well, I will share PD1 question. Else, if you don't, let's say I will say if you study development well, then I will share PD1 question. Else, that means you didn't study PD development well. Then I came to my else part. The else I will check if you know admin well, then I'll give you admin questions. Okay.
yes.
Else you have to study both once again.
Yeah,
That kind of
now I
process.
understand. Now I
Okay.
understand. And the
Yes.
last option or yeah, the last part will be just else, right? Now I remember. I
Yes, that's right.
studied. Yeah,
Yeah. If you do not want, you can
the last
exclude it.
one. Yeah.
You can
Okay,
exclude also.
okay,
It's optionally. If you want, you keep or exclude. Okay. Whatever you want.
oh,
If you want if else like that, you can configure. And also
oh,
same way, if you want see like this I'm writing, same way what also can be happen. I can write my if condition. Okay. Inside this if condition also, if need, you can have more if else also. It can be like this also. It's all about my statements. How you want to write, it can write. So if condition satisfied, I'll come, I'll check one more condition, execute, else do this thing. Or if
oh,
not, in the main else also, I can go on execute whatever I want. The structure, in
okay.
any ways, you can build the structure. Okay. So we'll see few example of this if
That
and
will
if
that
else.
will create code redundancy, right?
Depends on the logic. Okay. It's
Okay,
not code redundancy. Depends on the logic again. Okay.
okay.
So let me give a very basic small example, okay? So
Hmm.
which will help us to understand betterly. Let me open listen like see how you do in the here right in the classes. Same way we have many online editor also. The one editor which I use maximum, you can use also SIDIO. Okay, so you can use
Okay,
that also. Okay, I'll show
okay.
you how to be used.
I'll sure. So even whenever we write some sample program, example and all,
Mm-hmm.
please try to include constructor as well because
Yes,
still
definitely,
I'm
definitely
not
will do.
confident in constructor. I understand how to declare it, the syntactical part, but when to use, how to use that in a program and all, I'm still not 100% confident.
No worries. I'll do it. No worries. You'll get one by one everything. Okay.
Sure.
Perfect. So I'm writing a new class. Okay. I get the name as control flow class so that we can understand in this class we discuss about the control flow statement. Okay. So now let's consider I have written, you will tell what to write, I will write. Okay. I'm not writing anything. I wrote very basic example giving to understand the base. So I wrote first input as, let's consider nothing. First input and
Okay.
integer second input. Okay. And same way I define string. Let's see first string. Some thing we did. So I'm writing one method here. To write a method, what I'll do? Tell me.
Public,
Mm-hmm.
and how we don't use static override, so public or return type.
Okay, I do not
So
want to return anything. I simply
yeah,
print the message
just
here. Okay.
give a
Public
void
void. Mm-hmm.
and method
Method
name.
name. Okay. I will tell check if else. Some method I have given. Okay.
Okay.
So now what going to happen here? So now let's consider what I'm going to do here. I want to check if the first input what I have entered it's greater than my second input or not. That's my first check. What I'll do. So
Okay.
I want to print message. Okay. I system.debug like my first input is greater than second input. So what I should write to print this? If
Okay.
if this first input is not greater than second input, then I want to print system.debug my first input is less than second input. That I want to execute, but conditionally, correct?
Yes.
So how we'll do? So that means I understood when I'm saying like this statement, if this
Yes.
happen, that means I understood I have to use if else. So what I should use here? That means
Okay.
something if I'll use,
Yes.
correct?
If yes.
I'll give a bracket. So
Yes.
now nothing but my if statement looks like this only, correct?
Yes.
So what is my condition? So
That
if I
first
want to
input.
print
Yes.
first
First
input
is greater than. I mean,
greater than,
yeah.
yes, greater than second input.
Second
If
input.
this is satisfied, then which statement should print?
That first
This
sentence.
one,
That
correct?
first. Yes.
Okay, that means this statement should go here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, else this statement will go.
Yes. But what if both are equal?
Yes. If both are equal, then we'll print something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Or
but
simply I can say my first input is not greater than second input. Okay.
yes. Yes.
This is a small Apex class we have written now. Okay. So now for this first input and second input, when I want to initialize the value, we know we may write a constructor, correct? To
Yes.
initialize the value. So what I do, as you want to have some constructor to see in the code, what I do, public and my class name
Yes.
as a method. Then what I do here, simply in this I will pass one constructor. So let's see integer number 1 and integer number 2. So first input I'm going to set as number 1. You can see here first input equal to number 1 and second input going to be as my number 2. Okay, so now I set the value, then I can check it. Let me see if I want to execute it, how I'll execute it. You see my code here.
Yes.
So now I'm in my anonymous window. So what I do here, I'm going to write the class object here. I'll instantiate it. When I want to
Yes.
instantiate what I do, then my object name I will give. Then I'll use new keyword. I'll call my constructor. In the constructor, what I
Okay.
have now,
We
constructor
have
expects 2 parameters.
yes.
So now in the constructor, let me minimize it so that you can see both. I pass 20 and 40. Now I will try to execute this method. Then what I'll do? I will do obj dot check if else. If I do this, what is going to happen? See, I don't return anything, so I do not want to hold anything. Simply I will print the debug statements. So now if I execute this statement, what will happen?
So
So the moment I execute, my object will created in the memory. Okay. And then when I call this next statement, my compiler will come to execute this line. When I execute
yeah.
this line, my first input set as 20, second as 40. So it will check my 20 is greater than 40 or not. So this will give me as false. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
The moment it gives as a false, that means I didn't satisfy if. Then I will go to my else. Then I will not go inside my if. As it's false, then I'll go to my else part. Okay, in the else part, it will check, do I have any more condition to check? No, there is no conditions. Okay, then go and print this. So I expect this statement should be print. So now I'll go and execute it. Very easy, correct? This is very basic.
Yes. Yes. So even if we write an if condition, I mean, inside that first if and the first condition itself is not satisfied, that will not go inside directly, it will come
It
to
will,
else.
correct. It will not go. So what I'm going to do inside this, if it is first input is greater than second input, then what I want to do, I want to check if I divide. See, in this case, my first input is greater than. So now what I do, I will minus second input from my first input. Okay. So what value came, I want to check is that even or odd. Like what I want to say here, let's I input 40 and 20. So now once I minus 40 minus 20, it's going to be 20, correct?
Yes.
So I want to check this 40 minus 20, what outcome come, it's even number or odd number. So I can do 20 by 2. If it's 0, that means even number. If not, then not even is odd number. The difference is even or odd if I want to check. What I can do? Then I will do the subtraction between two number and what came. If its remainder is 0, then I can say it's even. Otherwise, I will say it's odd. Correct?
Yes.
Like this also I can write. Correct? I said that like based on logic, we can have if else again inside that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I can say difference is even. If not, then I can say difference is odd. Correct?
Yes.
Simply. Okay, see. Now I have like this small, very basic example there to show that you can see all these things.
Okay. Now I understand.
Okay. So these are the very basic examples where what we do, we simply check how many if else we can write in a nested way. Okay, so let's see. I want, okay, no, I will not check here. I'll go to my else pad. If in the else before, okay, let me, okay, this is all set up. Let me set it clear out. Okay, I want, instead of this place, I want to check in the else pad. If my first input is not greater than second input, then what I do, I want to multiply both and I want to get a result and I want to do something. Then I can write inside this else also same way. Correct? So what
Yes.
I want to say here, however nested you want, you can do, or if you want if else, that you can do as I said here. Correct?
Yes.
Any confusion?
I here I understand. I think if else is
Quite
comparatively
easy.
simpler. Yeah.
Perfect. So this is the about the if else we have, and same way we have something called ternary operator. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That.
ternary operator is nothing. It's same thing as if else statement. What I mean here, let me tell you here. I'm just writing here. Okay. When I say this ternary statement, what does it mean? See, to write my if else statement, I have written this much lines, correct? If my condition satisfied and everything. So all this line of code can be
Yes.
written in a single line as a ternary operator. What it mean? So ternary operator nothing but your condition to check. Okay. If true, what value? If false, then what value? It's like that. True value or false value. I'll give an example, then you'll understand in better way. Okay. So now let's see. I'm going
Okay.
to write ternary operator with the same example. Okay. So I'm just writing here public void, let's check ternary, simply. Okay. So now when before I wrote what I wrote, I have written if first input is less than second input, then I want to have a system.debug statement, correct?
Yeah.
Else I want to do something else. This was my initial logic. Let's consider I want to convert it to ternary operator. What I will need to do. Okay, ternary operator nothing but it's a you can say single statement of if else block. So now what I want to print, let's consider I want to print statement. What is my print statement? I just simply write here. Okay, so now uh, I will check my condition first. First input is less than second input or not. This is my condition first. Okay, if it is true, first to check the true or false, I am just writing my question mark. So it is asking a
Okay.
question. This condition what we have written, it's true or false. Okay, if true, then what will happen? If true, I will set my statement as this one. Else, then for else I just give a colon symbol. Okay, else
Okay.
what is my statement? My statement is my first input is not greater than second input. Simply. Okay, then simply I can come and I can print my system.debug statement. Correct?
Yes.
I save it. Now I'll try to call this with the same example. Instead of calling my if else condition what we had, I'll just call the same thing. Now execute. Then what will happen? It is successfully executed. Now you see the output. I pass
Yes.
20 and 40. So simply you can see my first input is not greater than second input. So if you see before we are writing so many 1, 2, 5 some statements. So the complete thing we are able to manage in my ternary operator. If my condition satisfy, what is going to happen? Else, what is going to happen in a single statement? So this is nothing but ternary operator.
Okay.
Okay. So now same way we will see how we are going to do the looping kind of thing. Like you may have heard different looping statement like while, do while, loop,
For
all
loop.
kind of thing, correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
that's some very big thing, correct? So I don't know why many people fear about it. Okay, but it's but quite easy. Nothing is there. Okay, so are you comfortable with these looping statements, or you have a lot of doubts?
No, if else I'm satisfied. I'm clear with that because
Mhm.
it's really simple. It's because it's all
Correct.
about satisfying whether checking whether the statement is true. Then we'll execute one set of code. If else, it will go to another set of code. So that's
Perfect.
simple. It's
Perfect.
even it's easy to understand. And even looping is also even learning is simple because I don't know how we will understand how it works, but applying that in a program is the difficult, the tricky part.
Okay, no worries. So be sure it will be quite easy. Okay, nothing
Okay.
complicated. Very easy. Okay. So before we understand what is looping statement in Apex, so you should understand why we need looping statement because I want to repeat some execution multiple times.
Yes.
Okay, let's consider. I will say, let's see. I gave you one assignment and you didn't complete it on time. Okay, so I can give punishment to you, being a typical teacher. Okay,
Yes.
so I will tell. Okay, you uh, run from your building to next building 10 times. Okay, so if I say this statement, what do you do?
Until I have to run 10 times.
Okay,
We should not
10 times,
stop until I complete that 10
correct? So
times. Yes.
now see, it looks like this. Okay, run 1 done, like this will go again, run 2,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Run 3, like this will continue till run 10, correct?
Yes,
So
yes,
now the same activity you are doing again and again, correct?
yes,
In the loop. So now when I instruct the same kind of thing in my system or in my programming, I do not want to write the statement 10 times. Same statement, I do not want to write this 10 times, but I want to execute this statement multiple times. Okay, you want to execute the same activity multiple times. Okay, so you are running and coming, correct?
yes,
So that execution I will like see, I instruct one time and you do it, or I'll instruct go and again come, go and come. This instruction what I'm going to give to you, I will not give you multiple times. One time I will tell, one statement I'll execute, so that you will continue your work, correct?
yes,
So instead of writing this 10 times, okay, can I write something like one time only? Okay, I'll write run. Okay, and you will run multiple times. Like I will tell till the time your run not completed 10 times, you continue running. Okay. So my statement, one statement is run, correct? Which you are
yes,
executing 10 times. One time, then second time, then third time. Like this, you execute 10 times. But instead of writing 10 times the same execution, I want to write one time only. Okay, how I do this one? So to do this kind of thing, we have looping statement like while, we have like do while, we have like for, and also we have something like for each. For looping statement we learn. So now same thing, the statements what you want to iterate again and again, or you want to execute again and again, then you go for statements or looping statements. Okay, so how we are going to do, and what is difference between this while, do while, and what is this for, we'll see. So now let's start with do while statement. Okay,
okay.
so what do you know about do while? Any idea?
Yeah, do some action while the condition satisfies
Okay.
until this. For example,
Mm-hmm.
um, print
Mm-hmm.
um, that number, maybe integer n, until
Mm-hmm.
n is equal to or while n is equal to 10.
Okay. Same kind of thing, correct? So basically, people get confused in the while and do while many times. It's a very basic thing. Okay. So now let me tell you one very basic example. Okay.
Okay.
So now about while and do while. Okay.
And while is like while when the condition will be checked first, and
Mhm.
if the condition satisfied on the first attempt, that program will start executing, and that core segment will
Correct.
be stopped executing.
Correct.
But do while is like in a first condition, first that condition statement will execute first, then only it will
Mm.
check the condition.
Yes. So you what you say technically it's absolutely correct. Okay. So like in do while I will say continue buy the dresses, buy the dress till you have money, till you have money in your card, in your card. So you got a card and you somebody will tell you buy till the money you have in the till you have money in your card. Okay, or I somebody will say, okay, check if you have money in card, then you can continue your shopping. These two statement I'm saying. Let me define how it's happening. So now in the while part, what you do? Let's consider in the card you have 5,000 USD, for example. Okay. So now you checked, yes, in the card I have 5,000 USD. First, what you did? You checked, do I have money in my card? Correct.
Yes,
Then you got to know, okay, yes, I have money in my card. Then you went shopper stop or somewhere. You took lot of dresses, and then you went to billing counter. Okay. Then
yes,
now bill came, for example, 1,000 USD. Okay. Now again you will check, do I have any more balance? Okay. Your target, you should you should complete your balance completely. Check balance.
Yeah.
Yes, still you saw we have 4,000 balance. Okay, is there? That means yes. Then again you go, then you do shopping and you come, and then you go into billing counter, and this time you see you spend more 3,000. So now your next bill came 3,000, for example. Okay. So now again you check. Yes, still I have 1,000 USD. Correct.
Yes.
That means money available. Then you go and then you did the billing of 1,000 USD. So now you check, do I have balance? No, I do not have balance. Condition false. Then your looping statement stopped. Then you cannot go to buy anything again because your money is over, correct?
Yes.
So now, if you go to here, now I'm saying buy the dress till you have money in your card. I gave a card. I said go and buy dress. If money not over, then continue again buying. So first you go in this place. What you do? As you said, first you will execute, correct? So
Yes.
now, first you didn't check money in the card or not. You went to support stuff, you selected some dresses, you came, and then you went to billing counter. And in billing counter, okay, you don't know how much balance we have. You didn't check. Let's consider we have uh, 1,000 USD balance. Maybe you got some privilege card or maybe some gift card where you have this kind of features. You buy it and come, no risk. Okay, some example I'm giving. Okay, now you
Okay.
went. Okay, you have only 1,000 USD in your card. Okay, you went to support stop, you took the dresses, you come to billing counter, and your bill came some amount. Okay, so let's consider bill came exactly 1,000 amount or 2,000 amount, anything came. Let's
Yeah.
consider 1,000 USD came. Okay, now bill done. Okay, now you will check after you purchase first time, then you check, do I have any balance left out? Okay, if it's there, then you will do shopping. Now you see, do you have any balance? Nothing. Then you will not execute at all. Done, closed. So one time you executed, then you check balance. Let's consider I have only 9,000 USD. Sorry, 900 USD.
900.
Okay, but still, what you can do, you can execute one time, you buy something and you come out. If condition
Yes.
not satisfied also, you can execute or you can do the shopping, and then when you check the balance you do not have money, you come out. Okay, it not
Yes.
be a typical scenario where you can do this kind of shopping, but for understanding I'm just saying. Okay, that
Yes.
you
Yes.
go and you buy and you then come back. But if otherwise, then same kind of thing go here. The difference between these two, if you see, in the first part I didn't check, in the but while I check the balance then I execute. But in do, I didn't check balance, first I execute, then I check balance. Okay, so when I see while and do while, one thing will happen. So your condition may, you are writing condition in the both time while and do while. There is a
Yes.
condition. If you have balance in the card, then you can do it. So your
Yes.
condition may satisfy. Just give a minute. Okay,
Sure.
1 minute. Okay, so in the both the places you have some condition to execute, but do while your condition may satisfy or not, you are going to do the execution at least one time. Okay, but in while, if your condition not satisfied, then you cannot do anything. See in this example, if your balance is 900 USD, then can you do the shopping? It will not do any execution.
No.
Correct?
Yes.
It's not possible. Okay, so that's the thing. So between difference between while and do while will execute after your condition check, but in do while First you execute, then you check the condition. So in that case, your condition may satisfy or not. In do while, you will execute your statement at least once. Okay. So now,
Yeah.
whenever I want to write do while in Apex, how I'll write? Okay. To write the do while, what we do here? We use the keyword do. Okay. Then you write your statement what you want to execute. Okay. Statements. Then you write your while check. Okay. Normally in the practice, you can see it will be written like this as syntactically. In here, you will have conditions. Okay. But in while, how will write? It will be like while your condition satisfy, then you will do your statement execution here. Okay. We'll see how these statements are going to be written in Apex programming. Any confusion?
No.
Perfect. So now let's consider I'm going to write one method public void. Let's consider do while I'm doing here. Okay. So now let's see. I have one variable I written as integer my input equal to, let's consider uh, 1 for example. Okay. And
Okay.
I'm just writing here do. I'm going to print the numbers. Number in do while. Okay. Let's consider I'm just going to print my input here. So now I'll write my while check here, my condition. So till what time I want to loop? I want to loop if my input is let's consider my input is greater than 2.
One.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
No, greater than 2 I want to set till the time I want to execute. Okay. So now as I am looping on this, I have to increment my data or decrement my input. The condition what
Yes.
I'm doing always one, na? Then when it should stop? Till time not reaching 2. Okay. So
Yes.
what I do here, I will do my input plus plus. Okay. So
Okay.
now if you see, now let's consider why I'm giving little bit this kind of example. So now when I came, what is the value of my input?
That's one.
1. So then I said do it first. Then I came inside immediately. I print this
Yeah.
statement. Then I increment 1 plus 1. How much?
Two.
2. My input greater than 2.
Yes. So again, it will go.
My input greater than 2 or not?
No. No.
Not. If not satisfied, then I will not go inside this at all. Correct? So one time
Yes.
only I execute and I came back. If let's consider same statement, I will write in my while. What is the difference we'll see first. Let's see. I said while check.
Here it will execute twice, right? Because
We'll
first number is input is one, then it will first statement it will execute. I mean print one,
hmm,
then it will go to one plus one two. It's
hmm.
still not good. It's coming only equal, right? My input will be equal to two at that time. So
That
again
means
it
yes.
will go
That
to two.
no. That means this condition is true or false. While check is true or false.
It's
Here you got
false.
false. False. If the false, then I will not go now inside again. One time
Okay,
I
okay,
execute
yeah,
and I came. Correct.
yes.
So if I reverse this in this way, see same thing I am doing, but instead of do while, I just set while. So what will happen here? So I execute while check. What is my input now? 1. So 1 greater than 2, it's true or false?
It's false.
So if false, then is it going to go execute inside?
No.
So in this example, if you see same kind of condition I have given, but in do while I'll print at least one time, correct? But
Okay,
in
okay.
while
Now
I'll not print.
I was mixing it with the for loop. That's why. Yeah,
No, no,
now I
no,
understand.
don't.
Yeah, that's okay,
Okay,
okay. It's not going
perfect.
to it's not going to iterate in that way. It's just if
Hmm.
only if the condition satisfies,
then
Then,
I'll go inside here.
okay, yeah.
Okay,
Now,
here I
now it's clear.
execute. I'll execute. Then if condition satisfied, then I'll go inside. Okay.
Okay,
Let me show you in the output how it looks like. Same thing I'm going to do here. Let me minimize it. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just this ternary check. I'm just commenting now. So I'm doing obj dot my do while check, and also I'm doing obj dot my while check. So I'll execute both and I'll see how the output comes. You understood how output will come, correct?
yes,
Okay, now if you see the output, see, I got only my number in do while, correct?
yes,
So now see, let's say to this while, let's consider I will explain my input as 10, and I'm starting from the 10. I'll print 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 till the time it is greater than 0. I want to execute. I just change my logic a little bit here. So now
okay,
what will happen? So now what is my input? 10,
yes,
correct? So 10 is greater than 0.
yes,
Yes. Then I go inside, print it. Then I'll come to my next statement. What will value? 10 minus 1 equal to 9. Then again
9,
I will check what is condition. 9. 9 greater than 0. Yes, it's true. Correct. Then
yes,
I'll print. Then again I'll come back here. I decrease. Like this. Now I'm looping this condition till all the numbers printing. Let's consider like this. I print 2 now. Now my input is true. So now I came here. 2 greater than 0. Then I print 2, then I minus it, 2 minus 1, 1. Then again I check 1 greater than 0, again its condition satisfies, I print it, then I did 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Then I go here, it's 0 now, 0 greater than 0 false. Then I will not go, my execution stop here. See now if I print like this, let me save it. Understanding or confusing?
yes, yes. No, it's now I understand.
Okay. So now if I execute the same piece of code, okay, I'm going to execute it. So now see how my for loop going to print 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So see, it's printed like that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now if you see this thing, it's nothing but I'm printing this statement multiple times, correct?
Yes,
So now what we could do, if I know I'm in the 10, then I can do, if not in my while or do while looping statement, what I should do, I should write 10 times like this, correct?
yes,
But I'm not going to do that. I wrote one time, but I instruct my compiler to execute this multiple time based on my condition what I have written here.
yes,
Perfect. Okay. This is my one part. So now, same way, we can write my for loop. So see, for loop, again I can say it's the same as while loop, just syntactically difference. Okay. So in while loop, if you see, three things we have kept. This nothing but what you see this part, it's nothing but I can say initialization of value. Okay. Or I can say initialize variable
okay,
based on what I'm checking the conditions. Then this part what I have written is nothing but one condition, correct? To
yes,
satisfy or not. Then what you see in this part, it's nothing but can I say it's increment or decrement of my
yes,
initialization, my initialize variable, correct? So
yes,
these three inputs needed. So same thing we can do in my for loop also. Okay. So in the for loop, what happened? So to write a for loop, whatever you have written in the while loop, I can combine in a single statement like this. Okay. So before what used to happen? Used to happen like this while, correct?
yes,
While condition. Instead of that while, I am taking the for. And while have what? Three component or three parts. My initialization, my condition, my incremental. So everything is going to be in the same way here. So this is going to be my initialization. Okay. then semicolon. Okay. See, same way. 3 components we are going to write in the for loop as we have in my while loop. That's the complete statement. Okay.
Yes.
Then what happened here? Then my second component conditions. So now we'll check my boolean condition here. Okay. Then I will do my increment or decrement of initialization value. This thing.
Yes.
So same while loop what I have. If I'll try to convert to for loop, now you will tell me how I should do it. Okay. Let me size it first so that you will understand easily.
Yeah.
See, this is my statement I have. So now if I want to convert it to my for loop, what I should do?
To be for.
So first what I
Uh,
will write here?
I'll start with for loop and the data type if it is required, like when we initialize,
Correct?
or if it
Yes.
is
So
already required, yeah,
first
the
nothing but
variable,
initial. Okay,
yeah,
okay, I'm writing
initialization.
here, so it will be easy for you to understand, correct?
Yes, yes.
So I'm writing public void. Okay, let's see for check. Okay, so now I'll write a for loop.
Yes.
So now what I'll define here? My initialization. What is my initialization? This is
Integer.
my initialization, correct? I
Yes.
can take it completely. Then what I should write? My condition. What is my
Condition.
condition? My condition is this.
Yes.
Correct? Then what I
Yes.
can write? My increment decrement, nothing but this component. Can
Yes.
I take all these things here
Yes.
and can I print then my statement? So
Yes.
it's just a replacement of my while loop in the for. Correct? Let me
Yes.
save it. See, while loop we have written like this many lines of code and everything. In the for loop, I adjusted everything in the same statement. Now, if I go and execute it, how it's going to happen? Before I had this while loop, instead of while, I'm just going to execute my for check. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I just click on execute highlighted. So now if you go, yeah, execute it. So now let me show you the output. If you see, same thing came, correct? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Okay. So now this is nothing but my for loop. So same way we have something like for each loop. So in the for loop we understood, okay, this is
Yes.
the till the time I want to loop, I can do like this. So similar way, I have something like for each loop.
Is it like for enhanced for loop?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not well with that, but I heard that.
No worries.
But
No worries.
even when I
See,
learned in college, I never learned that.
correct. See, now when you see this for loop, you know how many times this loop is going to continue. You know, correct? Somebody 10 times I have to loop. Or if more easily I'll write for you, if sometime if you see loop like integer I equal to 0, I less than 10, and I plus plus. If you see this, then you know this loop is going to continue for 10 times, correct? The
Yes.
condition you have I less than 10. Simply you can see. But let's consider you don't know how many times the loop is going to execute.
Okay.
It may be 5 times, it may be 10 times, it may be 20 times. Let's I will tell, okay, Vinesh, you go to your book rack and bring all the books. So how many times you would be bring all the books and each time bring one book? So can you say how many times you have to go and bring? You don't know,
No.
correct? No.
Yes.
It depends on how many books you have in the rack.
Okay.
Or if I say, okay, Vinesh, go to rack and bring 5 books one by one, or bring 4 books one by one. Now you know you have to go 4 times to execute it, correct? Nothing
Yes.
but I less than 4. But the moment you don't know how many times you want to go, or you don't know in your collection how many books are there, then what you will do? How you will put these conditions? You cannot, correct?
Yes.
So now there is something called for each loop. So what happened in this for each loop? So when somebody say for each loop, it looks like this. Okay. So same keyword, you will have for. Okay. Then, like I said, go and bring all the books from your book rack. Nothing but book rack is a collection of books. Correct.
Yes.
So give a colon symbol from which collection you want. Okay. That
Okay.
collection name you give. Then from each collection, what you will bring? One item you will bring, correct?
Yes.
So that item type, nothing but data type. Okay.
Okay.
Each item you bring, then you process it. Okay.
Okay.
In your process. Okay. So now let's consider book is a data type for me. Let's consider, okay?
Okay. Okay.
And my collection I have kept as book rack. Okay, for
Okay.
example. Okay. So how it looks like then? It will looks like for, okay. What is my collection name?
Book rack.
My collection name is book rack, correct? So it's a
Yes.
what type? My data type I have book. I can say it's a each book of like this, correct?
Okay. Okay.
Then I'm going to process my each book. Okay, so I don't know how many elements are there, but I will process till my collection is over. Like whenever
Okay.
you are going to set up a new home, you brought all the furnitures in a lorry, okay, then or in a truck, and then some you told to your labor, okay, go and bring all furniture to my home. So when you said he doesn't know how many furnitures are there, his job to bring all the furnitures from lorry or from truck to your home. Correct? He will process to complete all same way. So till the time collection is not empty, then my for each loop will take every item one by one and will process it. Okay. So this for each loop, I'll give complete nice example. Once you learn my collection list, set, map, how we're going to use it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But at least I get an idea now.
Perfect. It's quite easy. Nothing in there.
Okay. Because when I saw this enhanced loop, I didn't get the idea behind this. Because that's where even when I was trying to study this Apex and all
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Mm-hmm.
I saw this for loop, especially in triggers and all. So
Yes.
I was confused, like,
So
where to
always,
stop.
yeah, if you like once you start programming nicely, you will not use for loop. You have to use only for each loop. Always.
Yes. So yeah, now I understand it. Now as I had tried this easily, I
Mm-hmm.
can connect it. For
Yeah.
example, if you check some record in account object, it will go
Mm-hmm.
through each,
Yes, account list.
each
You
and
keep
every
an account
account,
list. Correct. Correct.
each and
That.
every record.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, okay, yeah. Even now, as I checked earlier, now I can easily connect it.
Perfect. Okay. So same way also we have one more statement which we call switch statement.
Okay,
Okay. So it's nothing but same like a if else statement you can say, but it's in a more enhanced way you can say switch statement. Okay. So when you write a switch statement, so it's like a if else statement, nothing else. Okay. So the syntax will be switch with a keyword starts with switch, then on what is your expression. Okay. Then if value match, I'll give you example, then you understand clearly. It's same like if else. If you compile it, same like if else. Okay. When value 1, what you want to do. Okay. I'll have this expression may evaluate to multiple values. Okay. So if you have value 1, then what is going to happen?
sorry, Debasis, I think you might need to come back to that again because I was facing some network issue, so
No worries. Then
I
we'll do
couldn't
one thing.
hear
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
for at least.
That's absolutely fine. So in next session, we'll start from the switch statement and collections. That's absolutely fine.
Sure,
Okay.
definitely,
You,
definitely.
yeah, you practice this much thing, see what is there, what is there,
Okay,
then we'll continue from the next session, the remaining topics.
sure, Yeah, please
Perfect.
share this
I'll do.
session,
I'll do.
that
I'll do.
the
I'll do.
last session that on construction, constructors.
Perfect. Sure. 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 You'll get it. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank
Then
you.
see
Yep.
you
Have a good
tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the week. Yeah. Thank you.